The Champions League final is this weekend. Is Arsenal going to be the champions of England and maybe champions of Europe? Or Paris Saint-Germain are going to be back-to-back champions of the Champions League? The drama is about to come to an end, but it's about to start. Welcome guys to my channel, and of course it's still your girl Fehintola, and this is the preview to the 2025-2026 Champions League final between who? Two champions, Liga champions and England champions. Wow, I don't know where to start from. I honestly don't know where to start from, because this final is about to get serious. Okay, I'm just looking at the fact that Paris Saint-Germain are defending champions and they are now in another final, so it's literally back-to-back finals. And Arsenal are getting to the final for the first time. Whew, I don't know what to make of this game. But you know what? Let's just break it down. Let's just break it as much as we can down. Now, Paris Saint-Germain had to beat Bayern Munich to get to the final. Arsenal on the other side, they had to get the job done against Atletico Madrid to get to the final. And it really wasn't difficult for Arsenal. You know, it was a draw in the first leg, and them winning the second leg sealed the 2-1 win going into the final. For Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, it was a lot of drama, especially in the first leg. And that game would definitely be, for me, one of the biggest games I've seen in European football. That match was everything. The attack, even though there wasn't much of defending, but it was two big teams going against each other. And Paris Saint-Germain somehow were able to get over the line to seal the final spot. Well, looking at the fact that they're both champions, right? Paris Saint-Germain already won Liga. You know, they had to do it the difficult way, and having to beat the one team that was chasing them that length, eventually winning the title, gave them a good 2 weeks break leading into this game. Arsenal on the other side, Man City, they really gave them a battle. They gave them a scare. However, Bournemouth got the job done by getting a draw against Man City in their second to the last game of the season, and that sealed the title for Arsenal, winning their first title, let me say the Premier League title, right, in the last 22 years. And that in itself has, you know, brought confidence for Arsenal leading into this final. Now, who do you think is going to get the job done? Don't forget that the last time these two sides faced in the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain got the job done against Arsenal. And you know, a lot of people will say, oh yes, it's time for Arsenal to get the revenge against Paris Saint-Germain, looking at how they, you know, lost against Paris Saint-Germain last year in the Champions League. I don't know if Arsenal is the team that can get that revenge done against Paris Saint-Germain, because they are still the same team. They are even better. And right now, if Bayern Munich couldn't beat Paris Saint-Germain, I honestly don't think there's any team out there right now that can get the job done against Paris Saint-Germain. As I said, they are defending champions. And that Champions League they won last year was their first European title. And don't forget that Paris Saint-Germain, they've had to battle, you know, get into the round of 16 quarterfinals before they lost out, before they eventually won the Champions League last year. And so an opportunity for them to win it back-to-back, I don't think they will pass on it. I honestly do not think they are going to pass on it. But Arsenal, on the other hand, also would really look forward to winning their first European title. How? You know, the last time they played in the Champions League, they lost out in the semi-finals. Or should I say even the quarterfinals, right? And they did one better by getting to the semi-finals they met a team that I think they could have beaten, which is Atletico Madrid. They did that, and now they're in their first final in the same season. Don't forget that Arsenal has yet to lose a single game in this Champions League. They are on an unbeaten run right now. Can they get it done till the very last game? I'm not sure that can happen. But you know what? Let's just look at probably the possible lineup, right? Who Paris Saint-Germain want to play and the lineup that Arsenal is going to want to use. Probably, right? Is obviously not confirmed yet. Obviously in goalkeeping, they would have Savanov, who I think has been really, really impressive. And it's even strange to me because Chevalier, who they brought in to replace Donnarumma, they've not really been playing him that much. They've not. And so looking at the fact that they might probably be trusting Savanov to take charge of the goalkeeping department in this game, it just goes to show you the level of belief that they have in him. I will not agree to anyone that will tell me that Chevalier is a bad goalkeeper. He is not. He is absolutely not. So definitely, it's surprising that Enrique is really, really looking to, that he might probably look to start Savanov. But yeah, whoever it is that chooses to start in between him and Chevalier, I think he has a very good goalkeeping department. So definitely, it shouldn't be a problem. And then you go to the defense, right? Definitely Marquinhos, who I think has been one of their standout players, and what's his name now? Zabani. Well, I'm not sure of Zabani, to be honest. I'm really not sure, but Zabani is not a bad centre back. He's not. I'm not sure of how many games he has actually played for them this season, but he hasn't done badly. But the fact that they even have Marquinhos, yeah, I think they'll be able to do all right, right? They'll be able to do all right. And then where the problem, I think, for me is the fact that there's a chance Hakimi might not be playing in this game. However, we are hearing stories that, yeah, he might probably come in and play and all that because he's listed in Morocco's squad for the World Cup. So maybe there's just a chance that Enrique might just want to play tricks on Mikel Arteta and Arsenal that he might not play. But that doesn't change the fact that Zaire Emery is a bad wing back. No. He is good, or should I say fullback. He is not bad at all. The fact that Hakimi has not even played in the last few games and he has, been able to keep up the same energy, it just goes to show you that the option that Enrique has in that position is also not bad. Emery will do an amazing job. I think so. I think he's going to do so. And then on the other side, I think Nuno Mendes is probably still out injured. I think he's still out injured. There's a chance that he might not play. Yeah, there's probably a chance that he might not play, but we don't know. You know what? The Champions League can just bring some surprises. So, yeah, I don't know. But so far, there's a chance that Dimitri Lucia might be playing. So if he doesn't play, then yes, maybe it's Nuno Mendes, who I think has been exceptional for Paris Saint-Germain also this season. And then we go to the midfield, no questions at all. Vitinha will definitely be there. Yeah, it's okay, it's fine. So definitely he should be starting. We have Fabian Ruiz, absolutely, he should be starting. And then Beraldo. I'm a bit confused if Beraldo will start though, but yeah, Beraldo is not a bad player, so obviously if he starts, it's still up to the standard. And then the front three, Kvaratskhelia, Desire Doué, and Ousmane Dembele. I'm not sure there's a better choice. Options on the bench here, they have Bakola. Let me see the other players they have. Yeah, they have Bakola on the bench, so yeah, maybe he can come in. Yeah, he may probably come in, and yeah, let's just see how that goes. But definitely, I expect that the trio of Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Doué to start. And then on the other side of the field, we have who will stand as number 9 for Arsenal. I'm not sure. It can because what's his name? The problem I have with Mikel Arteta is sometimes he just overthinks it. He overdoes it. And I would actually expect him to start Gyökeres, but maybe he might want to start Gabriel Jesus because of how well he played in that last game, right? But I'm not sure. I think it's going to be difficult. Whoever he decides to start between the both of them is down to him. Or he might even decide to start Kai Havertz. That is how crazy Mikel Arteta can be. Yeah, so that's for the number 9 position. And then the guys behind, we have I'm not sure if I wanted to start Gabriel Martinelli. It's crazy, but yeah, there's a chance that he might start him, or maybe start Trossard. And then Max Doman, no, I'm not expecting him to start Max Doman. I'm definitely expecting him to start Declan Rice, right? Yeah, I'm expecting him to start Declan Rice, or he can start Eze. Yeah, he might probably start Eze. And then on the other side, we have Saka. Saka somehow started really well when he's been, started. He has played well, so maybe there's a chance that what's his name, Saka will start off ahead of Madueke. I think Madueke is injured, but he played in their last game, and just a few minutes he came on, he played really well. So let's see how that turns out. And then in the midfield, we have obviously Subimendi, and I expect Declan Rice. It should be the partnership of the both of them. And then in the defense, obviously it will be Calafiori. Well, I expect it to be Calafiori, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, and I don't know, maybe Lewis Kelly. Yeah, maybe Lewis Kelly on the other side, or Mosquera. Wherever it is, Mikel Arteta surprised me. And then obviously in between the goal we have Raya, who I think has been amazing for Arsenal this season. So definitely, yeah, I think that would be the lineup. But see, when it comes to the Champions League, really, there are just some players that there's no question for you not to start them, right? Obviously, for Paris Saint-Germain, the players you cannot decide not to start: Marquinhos, Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Desiree Doué. You can never decide not to start Doué and decide to start Bakola. Yeah. For Arsenal, he can definitely not decide to start Declan Rice or Eze, or those two are a constant. Raya obviously is a constant. The two centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba, they are a constant. Every other position, I think people can fight. You can choose between Madueke and Saka on the right. You can decide between Trossard and Martinelli on the left. For the fullbacks, you can decide whoever it is, whether Calafiori, or you can decide Lewis Kelly, or yeah, there are options. On the options that are not consistent will be on those other positions. But I see Declan Rice, what's his name now, Raya, the two centre backs, no questions asked. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see what it is. But don't forget that, as I said the last time, these two teams have faced each other, Paris Saint-Germain has had I would say Paris Saint-Germain has had a better results maybe of recent. They've Paris Saint-Germain won, Arsenal has 2 wins, Paris Saint-Germain has 2 wins, and it's 2 draws between 2 sides. But Paris Saint-Germain has won 2 in the last 5 outings. They've won 2, Arsenal has won 1, and then 2 draws. So everything is looking to Paris Saint-Germain's favor, right? It's really looking to their favor. But it's 2 champions facing each other, so you really don't know what will happen. But I'm just going to be on the fence because I'm not a fan of both teams. I'm not. So I'm just going to be in the fence, and I think that probably will be extra time. Except Paris Saint-Germain wants to pull that stone they pulled against Inter Milan in the last Champions League final, where they oh God, it was a battering, a huge battering on Inter Milan, 5-0. Inter Milan they were confused. I just hope it's not the case. I think that Arsenal's defense is really, really resolute. It's really good. I don't think it's going to be that bad for Arsenal. But somehow I just feel like maybe Paris Saint-Germain can get it done. It's more like a slight edge towards Paris Saint-Germain because they're defending champions, they're current champions of Liga. Yes, Arsenal are also champions of the Premier League, but Paris Saint-Germain knows how to, they've been in this situation before, right? They've been in this situation before, so they might know how to handle it better than Arsenal. But yeah, that's my thoughts, right? That's my thoughts. Arsenal can prove me wrong and say, yes, they're going to get the job done. Honestly, I could not be bothered, but I just want to see good football being played. Good football being played. That's all that matters to me. It's a final, it's a Champions League final. Make it interesting. Don't make it boring. I beg. Okay? But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Champions League final that will be happening this Saturday, 30th of May at Budapest. Share your thoughts in the comment section who you think is going to win the Champions League. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And ensure to put on your post notification bells to get our latest video when they drop. Follow us also on all our social media platforms at _official FSH. Anyways, guys, as I would usually say, until the game is played and the results are in, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Bye bye.